everyone, and welcome back to our deep dive into some of the most exciting small-cap stock headlines we've seen recently.
Definitely.
We're going behind the headlines this time.
AGORACOM Talks is
which has been around forever.
like almost 20 years now. 2007 they started.
Yeah, and they have a crazy amount of users. It's like mind-boggling. But what we're trying to do is we're really going to try to pick out the details in these headlines that make these companies stand out.
Yeah, that you would say, wow, I need to go research that company.
Yeah, exactly. So, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. First up, HPQ Silicon. This trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol HPQ.
Okay.
Their headline is, HPQ Silicon provides a corporate update and confirms its fourth quarter 2025 fumed silica commercial production's startup timeline remains on track.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
Okay, so fumed silica. Now, what's interesting here is that they've already produced their first batch of fumed silica, and they're scaling up production significantly.
How much are they producing?
They're aiming to produce over 480 kilograms a day.
Wow.
And I mean, think about it. Fumed silica, it's used in everything. Like you said, tires, silicone, concrete.
And that's a pretty big market.
Yeah, it's a huge market. I mean, the global fumed silica market is expected to reach over $3.4 billion by 2034.
Really?
Yeah. And then you think about just the U.S. and Canada, that's expected to hit $587 million.
Wow.
And I think what's interesting for investors is that they are going to be a domestic producer, which with all these tariffs and all these supply chain issues, it could be a really smart move.
Okay, so let's move on to our next headline. And this one is very exciting because it has to do with drones.
Okay.
This is Draganfly Inc., under the symbol DPRO. The headline is, Draganfly announces opening of new U.S. facility in Tampa, Florida to support growing demand for its drone solutions.
Tampa. Interesting.
So what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Right.
I mean, you've got law enforcement, all these industrial clients that need drone solutions.
Drones are just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, especially defense and national security. I mean, that is a hot sector right now.
So, I mean, they're clearly making a statement by opening up this facility in Tampa.
Yeah, they are. They are showing that they're committed to the U.S. market.
Okay, now let's talk about some gold.
Ooh, I love gold.
All right, so Loncor Gold, Inc., which trades on the TSX under the symbol LN.
Okay.
They just came out with some pretty impressive drill results from their Adumbi deposit in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah, so the headline is, Loncor intersects 13.92 meters, grading 6.91 grams per ton of gold, including 7.94 meters at 9.54 grams per ton of gold, and 0.87 meters, grading 82.97 grams per ton of gold at its Adumbi deposit.
Those are some big numbers.
Yeah, those are the kind of numbers that make investors pay attention.
For sure. And what's even more crazy is that Loncor already has a huge resource there.
They do. They have 1.88 million ounces of gold indicated.
Wow.
1.78 million ounces inferred for a total of 3.66 million ounces of gold.
So these new results could mean it's even bigger than they thought.
Exactly.
Okay.
Moving on. This is a company that's using cutting-edge technology.
Ooh, I like cutting edge.
To explore for gold.
Okay.
This is ESGold Corp. They released historic drill results from their Montauban property in Quebec.
Okay.
The headline is, ESGold confirms significant near-surface gold, silver, and base metal mineralization at its Montauban property, Quebec.
So they're using this ambient noise tomography survey.
Yeah, it's pretty cool technology.
Yes, like high-tech treasure hunting.
That's kind of what it is.
They're pinpointing those high-priority drill targets.
And what's really interesting is that they've confirmed high-grade gold and silver near the surface.
Near surface.
Like 25 meters from the surface.
Oh.
So, it makes you wonder what could be
deeper down.
Deeper down.
It's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch gears completely now and talk about a company that is on the cutting edge of sustainability.
Okay.
This is Pyrogenesis Inc., trading on the TSX under the symbol PYR.
PYR.
They just announced a major collaboration with GE Vernova.
GE Vernova.
To develop and test all electric plasma torches.
Plasma torches.
So the headline is, Pyrogenesis and GE Vernova collaborate on development and testing of all electric plasma torches for high-temperature industrial processes.
So what do these plasma torches do?
Well, they aim to replace fossil fuel combustion
Wow.
in high-temperature industrial processes, like steel, cement, aluminum production.
So they're trying to make those industries more sustainable.
More sustainable and more efficient.
Interesting.
And it's not just a concept. They're actually testing these torches. And they claim that they can boost production by up to 30%.
30%? That's incredible.
A lot.
That's a huge win for the environment and for those companies, bottom line.
Yeah.
So this is a company that's trying to solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right, you ready for our final headline?
Hit me with.
Okay, so this one's about battery recycling,
Okay.
which is a huge sector.
It is booming.
This is St. George's Eco Mining Corp, trading on the CSC under the symbol SX.
SX?
They just announced a massive 3-year battery supply agreement through their subsidiary EVSX Corp.
Okay.
The headline is EVSX Corp secures 3-year battery supply agreement, becomes Canada's largest processor of end-of-life lithium-ion batteries with over 12,500 tons per annum capacity.
Wow.
So they're going to be handling
1,500 tons a year. That's a lot of batteries.
And they're not just doing one type of battery.
Okay.
They're doing virtually all battery chemistries.
So they're not putting all their eggs in one basket.
No.
They're really diversifying their operations.
And their Ontario facility is about to get a whole lot busier.
Yeah, they're ramping up capacity with this fully automated, solvent-free recycling system.
I mean, as electric vehicles keep growing,
Yeah,
I mean, the need for battery recycling is only going to explode.
it's only going to get bigger.
So they're really well positioned to capitalize on that.
Absolutely. It's a smart move.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but we're just getting started.
Okay,
So stick around because we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back to dig even deeper
sounds good.
into these companies and what makes them so intriguing for savvy investors
I can't wait.
like you.
Let's do it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So now that we have all those headlines fresh in your minds,
Yeah?
let's dig a little deeper into what makes these companies really tick.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So what for investors?
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to HPQ Silicon.
Okay.
We talked about how they want to be the first domestic producer of fumed silica in Canada.
Right.
But what makes them stand out?
Well, they're using this really cool technology,
Yeah.
a plasma-based technology,
Right.
which could be a lot more efficient and cost-effective than the traditional methods.
And that's huge right now because
Yeah.
we've got these tariffs, we've got these supply chain issues.
Absolutely.
It's a tough economic environment.
And so for them to be able to come in and potentially disrupt the market
Yeah.
with a new technology, I mean, that's
exciting.
exciting.
All right, let's fly over to Draganfly.
Okay.
We talked about their new facility in Tampa.
Right.
Why is Tampa so strategic?
Well, Tampa's like drone central.
Is it really?
Yeah, you got military, you got commercial drone activity.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it just makes sense for them to be right in the heart of it all. They can connect with clients.
Yeah, show off their stuff.
And, I mean, they're not just making any drones.
Yeah.
They're making drones for defense security,
Right.
emergency response.
Yeah, those are the sectors that are only going to get bigger.
Huge growth areas.
Yeah,
So, I mean, this is really a statement by them.
for sure.
All right, let's dig a little deeper now into Loncor Gold
Okay.
and those crazy drill results.
Yeah, those were some big numbers.
I mean, what does this tell us about the scale of this project?
Well, those weren't just like random hits.
Yeah.
They were part of a bigger drilling program
Okay.
that keeps showing
Yeah.
how big this deposit is.
And when you add that to their existing resource,
Right.
which is already huge,
Massive.
they're a major player
Yeah.
in the gold mining industry.
They are
All right, now remember ESGold Corp in
Yeah.
Quebec?
using that current technology.
Yeah, their tech is really interesting.
Yeah.
So why is their approach to exploration so different?
Well, you know, traditionally,
You kind of just drill and hope for the
they're
best.
just poking around.
Yeah, it's like you're in the dark.
Yeah.
But with this ambient noise tomography,
Yeah.
they're being a lot more precise.
So they know where to drill
Yeah.
to find the gold.
Exactly.
That's got to save them a lot of time and money.
For sure. I mean, it's not just about finding it. It's
Yeah.
about finding it efficiently.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
All right, let's go from digging for gold
Okay.
to forging the future of industrial processes
I like that.
with pyrogenesis
Right?
and their partnership with GE Vernova.
Yeah. So tell me more about that.
Why is this collaboration so exciting?
Well, it's really about making these really dirty industries
Yeah.
a lot cleaner.
Yeah, we're talking steel, aluminum, cement.
Yeah, the building blocks of our world.
Yeah.
And, it's not just about emissions, it's about being more efficient.
And they're saying that they can boost production by 30%.
Yeah, that's
That's a lot.
a lot.
I mean, it's a win-win for the environment and for the bottom line.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think that's really going to appeal to a lot of investors.
I think so, too. All right, last but not least, let's go back to EVSX
Okay.
and their big move into battery recycling.
Battery recycling. I mean, it's such a hot sector.
It is.
What makes them different?
Well, their technology is pretty amazing.
Yeah, tell me more.
It's fully automated,
Okay.
it's solvent-free,
Wow.
and it's designed to be really efficient and environmentally friendly.
So they're really checking all the boxes
They are.
for that ESG investing.
And they're going to be processing a ton of batteries.
Yeah, 12,500 tons a year.
That's a lot of batteries.
That's a lot.
So they're setting themselves up to be a leader in this space.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they're not just recycling one type of battery
Right.
really sets them apart.
Yeah, they're handling pretty much all battery chemistries.
So as the market changes,
Yeah.
they're ready.
You're ready.
That's smart.
Okay, I like it. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground in this segment, but we are not done yet.
What? There's more.
There's more.
There's more.
I'm ready.
Hopefully you've all had some time to let all of that sink in.
Yeah, there was a lot to cover.
I know we've been all over the place. Advanced materials,
Battery recycling,
gold mining sustainability.
drones.
Yeah, drones. I mean, it's been crazy, but for everyone listening, this is really just the beginning.
That's right.
We've given you the headlines, we've given you some of the key
The
details.
so what's?
Yeah, the so what's, but now it's up to you
Go do your research.
to go do your own research
Absolutely.
and figure out which of these companies
Yeah.
fit your investment style.
Your goals.
Yeah, your goals. Your risk tolerance?
Definitely.
Small cap stocks, they can be risky,
They can be.
but they can also be incredibly rewarding.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the exciting part.
Yeah, these companies are often the ones that are really pushing the boundary.
Right, they're innovating.
Yeah.
They're creating new markets.
And if you get in early,
Oh, yeah.
the potential upside is huge.
It's huge.
But like we've been saying, you've got to do your research.
Absolutely.
Don't just buy something because we talked about it.
Right. Look at the financials.
Yeah, look at their management team.
Make sure you understand the company.
Understand the industry that they're in.
Yes.
It's a journey.
It is.
And hopefully we've given you some interesting places to start that journey.
Some jumping off points.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe some rabbit holes to go down.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll check back in with some of these companies in the future
Yeah, that'd be fun.
and see how they're doing.
See how those headlines turned out?
Exactly. But until then, happy investing, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.